Welcome to Man vs. Meeple. I am Jeremy Salinas, aka Drakenstrike, and I am here with David Waybright.
Good afternoon, everyone.
We have a brand new copy of the second edition of Mansions of Madness, which I am probably most excited for Gen Con 2016.
More excited about this than anything I think I've seen him excited about.
Yeah, when we heard the news, I think I inundated our message stream. It just exploded. We're very good friends with a couple people that live here in the Indianapolis area who were a part of this a long time ago, the Sadlers, who are also extremely excited for this game. So we're going to play before you guys. It's going to be awesome. But we're going to do a quick unboxing of the game. And we will do a review, but we want to make sure that we've given it some time. There's a lot of scenarios in this game. It's using an app function now, which we're super excited for because there's no longer that need for a keeper player that has to be there and has to set up the game. All that stuff is kind of a slowdown and a drag to the game.
Yeah, well, it's fun that everyone gets to participate on the one side, just like what they did with Descent recently with that app.
So let's start. Let's
get it open.
All right.
Hopefully we don't need a knife here.
This is super excited, and it's super exciting.
Oh, there we go.
This box is huge, too. Let's get a quick comparison of what the original Mansions is. My box is a little bit bloated because I've got some expansions in here.
It's close, but this one is bigger for sure.
Yeah, it's huge, which makes me excited to wonder what's actually inside of here, right?
Yeah, pretty soon we're going to have a game that's a perfect cube.
All right, let me get this one out of the way.
Let's get this one open. All right, here it is. Everyone look at Jeremy's face as it opens.
Right. Oh
my.
What's that? It says stop. Stop what you're doing.
Oh, it does say stop.
That's probably for the app, right?
Yep, it's basically reminding us what we just told you. It's for the app that you don't need another person running the game this time around.
So we have a learn to play and a rules reference, no scenario guide this time, I would assume.
Oh my. I don't think so. We'll see.
Whole bunch of cardboard.
Oh, yeah.
You go ahead and dig and I'll get this stuff.
Oh, yeah, and if anyone's familiar with the original, the miniatures in this game were fantastic. And Jeremy, do you know, are these different or updated miniatures?
I don't know.
I'm going to open this bag up and take out the big guy first.
Some of these are definitely new.
Is this?
Yeah, he's not in the base game.
All right.
It looks almost like a Cthulhu.
Oh, it's beautiful. Anyone can see that. That's awesome. It's definitely...
That's awesome.
Incredibly detailed miniature.
And in typical FFG fashion, you get a huge box and a lot of empty space. Don't know why they do that. All right, let's get
prime opportunity there, Meeple Realty.
Yeah, exactly. This is a conversion kit. I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to break it all the way out because this allows players to use all of the two other big box expansions in the game by providing you with the investigators for those scenarios. So
the base game here comes with the conversion kit as well?
Yes, it does. And these are all of your monsters from the base game as well. So it has your Maniacs, your Megos, your Shaggoths, your Zombies. These all came from the base. These came from one of the expansions and the secondary expansion. So
people will be using these with this?
If you have the original edition. So you go ahead and keep showing these components. Let me break out this, and I'll show you exactly what they mean with this conversion kit.
It's going to be hard for me not to just start playing with these guys.
It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, these are really good miniatures.
Throw this on the floor. Excuse the big bump and sounds going on here. So I have to show these off because I'm in love with these.
Oh yeah, you got to see Jeremy's.
This shows you how much I loved the original Mansions. I spent a lot of money getting these things painted by a professional painter. So this is what we're talking about, the conversion kits for these. So I saw the Shaggoth. Here's the Shaggoth. And the old tiles used to fall right into these areas right here. And you're just going to be using the new conversion ones to go inside here. So it allows you to still play with your original monsters, but...
that's really good thinking.
Combine them with the other ones. So
I mean, obviously they wanted people to get this, so they're probably going to go out of their way to put all that sort of stuff in there, but that's really smart.
And I'm very interested in talking to FFG this week and seeing what their plans are for getting some of those expansions back in.
Oh yeah, how they can
Because
release
if
those
you
for
look
the
on
new
eBay
people.
on the aftermarket right now, they go for a lot of money. I mean, they skyrocketed in their price because people knew that this game was coming out and they were going to add some. Those are just the basics.
Yep.
We're going to be able to allow players to use the old original edition of it. So now the aftermarket's exploded, and it's hard to find those expansions anymore.
Yeah. You know what? I've just occurred to me. You're going to be spending some money on painting a whole new set of miniatures.
Yeah, if I can, definitely if I can find somebody. But look at that guy. Those are the cultists, if I remember right. I've played through all of the scenarios, but it's been a long time. So you already have these guys painted.
Oh, nice.
Show those to that camera up there. Those
Oh,
guys
yeah.
So I guess they re-added the cultists back in, which I won't have to get painted.
Oh, yeah, those are nice.
Fantastic. What else
Yeah,
do they
that
have
looks
here?
like
Oh, this guy's cool.
pretty much the same mini. I honestly, yours looks just ever so slightly larger, but I think
Yeah.
it's about the same. I think it's about the same.
Very cool.
Now, Jeremy, you know more about this game than I do, clearly. Is there anything else different? Have they updated anything that you know of? Are the dice the same? Does the game mechanically work?
I don't think so. The dice are different. The game, I don't think I have. It's been a long time since I played it, but the only dice in the old game was this thing.
Oh, so not even, no
imagine they
eight-siders.
changed it a little bit, just because of the different changes in the investigator portion of it. now.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the app run character in it now. So, yeah, I imagine they had to change some of the rules that are involved with it. Let me open some of these too. So we're adding
yeah.
a whole bunch of new tiles too. We have some attic stuff, some bathrooms, bedrooms.
Oh, the artwork's great too. Yeah, I mean, if you've
Yeah.
ever played the Descents or the original Mansions of Mansion, all the FFG stuff, the tiles are really well done. Really good looking art. I'm going to be curious to play this. As I've said before, I have not played any significant Cthulhu-based game, so I'm very interested in trying this. This might actually beat Tides of Madness for my first Cthulhu game.
I don't know how many times I told you guys this, but you and Gary, who are typically my playing partners for the most part, my immediate playing partners, but I've asked you guys over and over to play Mansions with me. And we never have got it to the table. One, because I haven't been pushing it, because like I said, I've played through all the original scenarios, and I loved the game. But I'm more excited for this one for the fact that the randomization in the app allows for some changes within the game now. So you could have different things coming in that don't follow a select scenario.
Really?
Yeah, so you could be playing at one time and be fighting cultists, another time you might be fighting ghosts, or you might be fighting the Shaggoth, or whatever it may be. And the other problem is when you were running the game against, this game is a one versus all game, the person that was setting it up, if they put one wrong card in there, or set up the game in one wrong fashion, it ruined the entire game. So you could be wasting a 2-hour experience if they forgot to set up the game improperly. You'll never have that problem now with this edition of the game.
I mean, obviously, I think this move to the app-based system for the one I would imagine it's going to bring a game like this to the table way more often for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I think this is the kind of game, like Descent. I own Descent 2.0, but it doesn't come out very often because of that. I'm always the guy. Whoever owns these games is the guy who has to run these games.
Yeah, that's the
and
problem.
that's kind of the bummer, because there's so many times where I'm like, I really want to play the game, the other side.
We ran into the same situation with Imperial Assault, right? We started playing it. I think we got 2 scenarios in, and they were just like, we always have to play at his house because he has the game. He's got to set it up before we get there. He's the one who's keeping record of how we do from scenario to scenario. So we haven't played this yet, obviously, but when we do, our suggestion would probably be, number one, I already like it, but to FFG, you need to obviously look at Imperial Assault as well, which I'm sure you guys are already doing, and
I can't
add this
imagine
system to it, because it's gonna increase the amount of people that would want to play the game and the longevity of the game
absolutely.
itself, so.
And like you said, I can't imagine that for any of these types of games in their library that they're not going to be offering that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Especially with all of it. I mean, I haven't looked at the app yet, but I'm really interested to see how much flavor is there. Like, does it, I assume it speaks and talks and goes through sort of the narrative?
It does. I've listened to it.
Oh.
It does speak. It does talk. It tells you. The cool thing, too, is when you have, in the previous game, you'd have the whole area laid out before you, so you would know Now you would enter into an entryway. So I played like the first couple minutes of it.
Really?
And you go into entryway, so you pull that tile, and then it tells you where a bookshelf may be or where the search tokens are. And then you see the doorways, but you see nothing else there because it's on the app itself. And then you say, well, I don't know what's behind this door. But in the old game, you would know. You would know a bathroom was behind the door because it's on the board already.
Oh, that makes the game way better already.
Yeah, you don't know if you're going to get on downstairs into an attic or into a meat locker or whatever it may be.
That's cool. Plus the flavor, like, so how is the voice acting, if you will?
It's fantastic.
Cool. Because that's the other thing, is something depending on who I'm playing with, if I'm running one of these games and I'm supposed to be, the DM, if you will,
right,
or the overlord, it is sometimes hard to get into the character. It depends on who's running the game, but that's kind of cool too.
So thank you, FFG, for doing this.
Yeah.
This game means a lot to me for a number of reasons. I spent a lot of time on my original review, which I still think is one of the top 5 all-time watch Board Game Geek videos.
Yeah, it is.
And I loved this game, so we're very excited to play it. We will play it during Gen Con, and we will come back to you guys to do a full review. If you have questions, post it on our Twitter account, and we'll be able to answer them for you. For you people that aren't at Gen Con, I've been there. I've walked the hall already, and there are several pallets of it, but I would still get in line because they will probably go very fast. So thanks, guys, for watching. We'll catch you guys when we're done. I'm Jeremy Salinas.
I'm David Waybright.
And we'll see you guys at Gen Con. Thanks.
Bye-bye.